Okay, I hope the audio on this comes out okay. This is my second league match of season whatever it is, against singletee. This league match is going to be notable for not featuring just one but three great sources of outside noise. The one you can probably hear most is going to be what I think is an air compressor, but there's also a chainsaw in the background and the dog. So, in fact, I think the only time I played a match against singletee without something extreme going on in the background was Christmas Day. So it's not something about singletee, I guess. This board, there's goons, there's villages, lots of draw. 5 is probably going to be den. There's nothing that would really draw you away from that. I suppose rabble is also an option given that villa exists, but yeah. Rather be seeing 4 next turn than 2. It would be den shepherd. You need the start of draw turn. You need the start of turn draw to be having functional turns against goons, probably. So start there. This is a good 5. This can be another den. Might even reach 6 next turn. In fact, I think we do. Okay, now it's only 5 again. This could be another den. Doesn't seem like the worst idea ever. Case for rabble would be. Let's get to goons before that. Having every den in existence seems like a worthy goal, so he does hit 6 here. I can just do all 3 and draw everything. So the goons. Do not find goons. Now we think about rabble. Or we just take a 3rd den. Oh, look, air compressor is down. That's useful. 2 dens to start. Yeah. Den actually draws just as much as rabble. I should remember that. Or bot den does. We could think about discarding a copper. The shepherd comes up, but it should probably be within a state. We have the cards that we actually want in hand, so this could be 2 dens. That puts me not quite as ahead as previously. could certainly be changeling. Would be opposed to, say, silver crossroads. I'm hitting 9 if I draw everything, which is unlikely. On the other hand, yes, the other thing a changeling could have been, the only thing I think would have done me a ton of good would be a crossroads. So he's gotten back to being ahead right now, off of something. Not quite sure what. Yeah, question of what to discard. So he's gonna buy, what, Den Rabble. He's 7, he might buy Den Goons. If I miss the Shepherd, which is likely, this is going to be Den Goons, yeah. Okay, I do miss the Shepherd. Here we'll discard Copper, I think Den. Hope to draw back around. Let's see, perfect turn here might be like Crossroads Rabble Goons. Villa would mean that he has the other Goons in hand. Otherwise you would want a Crossroads over it. Or I guess you want a dead Villa. That's a little strange to me. Okay, this is going nice and poorly. Again. This video stuff is being really nasty today. I don't think it would have helped with this game, but it's not helping in general with the mental state. Sounds like Crossroads. Hopefully you get something real to happen this turn, because I keep having not real stuff happen. I am going to lose quite badly. was a little weird. Okay. He has the rabble in hand. I would expect something like Changeling Villa. Apparently not. Okay. Alright, here we get a turn. And a villa trick of some kind. Which I think is going to be for another Goons. Then we get to consider whether we want a Changeling or the villa itself, and I think the answer is Changeling. This buy might just be another Changeling. We kind of have to hope to draw without extra rabble. I could do another Crossroads also. That's going to be, I wouldn't say as good, but nearly as good if we do something like Crossroads Goons here. That seems fine. Try to get just a little bit more aggressive. Yes, top deck my estates. Sounds great to me. I'm guessing he has rabble in hand. We'll see. Changeling for villa, perhaps? That doesn't work, does it? I don't think that works. I guess we're gonna have to be looking out for wins. Two Crossroads, but I doubt I draw enough to be relevant. That's a lot of copper. I don't think I can accumulate enough buys to win. I didn't know at 8. That's not happening. They're gonna want some villa or real this time, and we need to get through those 5 cards somehow. I don't think I can overdraw enough to do a gain in play. So at 2 estates, so no. Then we could do the Crossroads first, see what we draw out of that. We can buy the villa, no problem. Okay, so I can get around to 3 of those cards. If I so desire. buy. He's at what, 5-6 gains. All 3 changes are in the trash. He's at 6 gains max. He's drawing quite a bit more than me. Question would be Villa. I don't think there's the economy present for that. Put into your hand. Also take like something like Rabble, Villa. No, can't quite reach that. Or we can do Villa, then the Goons, then buy a Rabble, try to draw, or try to leave it. It's mostly copper. We do want to get through it. 7. So he has 7 gains next turn. I don't think enough economy. Something like 20. Gets close. 9. Yeah, 20. Based on the results of this turn, we want a bit more draw. We also want a bit more economically. If this is something like Rabble Shepherd, Shepherd's losing. Something like Rabble Silver. Caravan guards. Something non-destructive. Let's do Rabble and say Silver. Start with something that helps with green in hand. That's the good news. He gets 5 goons out, 7. Village should take 22. I may not be losing this turn, but I don't know if I can actually get around a next turn. Changeling 21. That's only 2 piles though. We'll see. At this point I may be looking at needing a bad turn from him, certainly. Which maybe I get it next turn. He's probably having away a shepherd, though. Would be my guess, at least. I guess we'd probably ditch the rabble. Have another estate coming up, yeah. Oh, that's the other thing, is he has to mow through a lot of villas to get all of his goons out, which does lower piles for me. So I don't know. Unless he sees something. Oh, can he draw it out? He can draw it up, can't he? Alright, then he has a win here, I guess. On Villa. I'm sure if he's doing this, he's calculated it out, so that'll be a loss. Or maybe he hasn't. Okay, changeling, so he hasn't. At this point he tries to score a lot, I guess. Six goons as opposed to 4 is not the greatest looking thing for me, but it will at least leave me with a math problem next turn. He doesn't particularly want to add the copper at this point because I can play for another turn. He didn't haven shepherd. Okay. I don't know what he havened. Anyways. Okay, we just full on dud. That's good. Crossroads, shepherd down there. Fair amount of other stuff. So if we get another turn, what did he haven? Rabble? Maybe. What do we need to win on another turn? That turn looks pretty good, but more money might help a little. More points is what I probably need. Maybe something like platinum. I don't know. 2 conquests. Doesn't score off goons. Oh, it's a great turn coming up. Well, I have to assume it's a great turn because otherwise I'm losing anyways. Assuming he gets a bad turn coming up, how do I win anyways? Possibly more gains? No. Not lowers. I can take a dead villa. Something like dead villa, I don't know. Shepherd. Just province duchy. Colony's gonna be better than that. Really wish I knew what he had in his hand right now so that I could know if this was all for naught. Hey. There's also a lot of goons down there, 2 of them. Let's take Shepherd Province. Maybe some copper. Do I need it? 6 points. 8. I don't think I need it. Okay. Crossroads down there. That was not exactly what I wanted to see there. It would have been nice to see some goons. 3 estates. Okay. How many dens? 2. Rabble. Crossroads. May have been something I missed on changelings. That'd do me any good to okay. 4 goons out. That makes 28 points. That gets me to 68. So I cannot score enough. Maybe I needed those coppers. 6 points would not do the trick. So 28 plus 12 is 40. So we're not quite there that way. In that case, we are once again playing for another turn, which somehow has to happen with him having 2 dens out. So I guess our best way to score is just going to be take some of these, and at this point I have to buy copper whether it's any good or not. And let's hope he doesn't find a goons. And he found a goons. Looks like I lose. Okay, on to another game, I guess. Here, I get to open treasure, I guess. Eventual deck is probably Horn of Plenty. You get to figure out how much you dare work with Academy. So it's a good 5 again. Hopefully this time it doesn't stop working at some point. I really wish I knew if I did something wrong in that last game. next turn probably features 4. Having it be 5 would be pretty nice. This could be a hireling. Do something like hireling academy next turn. Assume they don't collide. Okay, well, that makes this quarry, I guess. Should be forge. I don't know if I'll take another hireling here. I think so. This can be my forge. Trash a copper out. Maybe a little bit over-terminaled. Well, a lot over-terminaled. Okay. I guess now we take Lost City. Draws a bit for him, but at this point, who cares? Versus thinning a copper and buying something. Should be more careful with what we say here. Thinning a copper, buying, say, a Lost City. Yeah, I could also take one of these things. If I had a villager, that would be nice. In that respect, we might actually take Academy here, or another Lost City. Hope to collide the two again and be able to, say, pull a silver out of the trash, or a quarry. Also noteworthy is that you can get your, what's it? Okay, that's a little annoying. You can get your Hoard of Plenties back out of the trash. Here, I think I might just want a horn in addition to this gold that I'm going to gain. I'm not loving gaining the gold. I do something like that for a province. Buy hoard. Depending on how confident I am in being able to actually draw next turn. Ugh, I hate these decisions. Do something like this for gold. Gain, say, Lost City. This doesn't draw him anything right now. We can forge it to something a little bit more useful. Okay. So maybe taking this to Horn or Trash is not looking great for gaining. Whoops. Somehow clicked 2 Lost Cities. Right. And I guess gain a quarry. So if we take, say, Horn and Province, or just like Horn, and I don't want to give him a silver, I don't think you can actually leverage a silver that well. Could also be something dumb like pathfinding on Lost City. That sounds dumb. Might just do 2 horns. Horn in council room, say. Yeah. So that we can buy things. Multiple things at once. Pretty cool. Concern right now is that I might be running a little low on actions. Do silver to silver so that we can regain it. Huh. Okay. Okay, I do find that Lost City. I don't know if it means anything. I'll forge the 2 quarries to a province, regain one of them. He's also low on draw, so not playing the council room is possibly viable for actually not letting him do something. I just don't know if it benefits. Well, we want to gain Lost Cities here, I think, anyways. So, again, say 2 horns. Yeah. And then say 2 lost cities. Or like lost city. No, 2 lost cities should be fine. He has maybe the ability to take, what, 5 provinces next turn? 6, yeah. There's just no need to mess around. And possibly not draw, right? Of course, then we see this, so maybe we won't be drawing anyways. That would kind of suck. Alright, 2 cards out of 8 find 4 lost cities. 2 cards to find 4 lost cities out of 8 cards. It does happen. Treasure, silver, council room. Do that. Any point in picking up a monument or horse traders? I don't think so. So that was a good 5. Just like the last good 5, but that one worked out. Here is donate treasure map. Decide what your favorite way to build into that is. I don't know if it's Devil's Workshop or what. Map, silver, map. Devil's Workshop, silver, hope for the best. Buys mostly come from Villa. Only 2 type is research, which isn't the most appealing thing ever for courtier. Buy could also be capital. Oh, what does this look like? Map, silver, map. Buy Devil's Workshop. Buy Devil's Workshop the turn after. You get an imp off a Villa, a journeyman, say. Okay, he has the Devil's Workshop route. I think I trashed the silver. That's... would want to see the Devil's Workshop in the 4 gold hand. Okay, well, donate. Seven. Yeah, trash the silver. go into this something like one thing behind, but with gold instead of silver. Works for me. I don't know what he's going to gain here. So this will be Devil's Workshop. He's going to gain copper. No. Vassal. Be Villa Journeyman or Villa something, gain an imp. Probably Journeyman. Platinum. Platinum, gain an imp. It's a little ambitious. Doesn't seem like the worst idea ever. This can be 2 journeymans, gain an imp. Or like journeyman mint. Journeyman, gain an imp. Seems fine to me. Probably a little bit excessive on the amount of draw that I have. But, oh well. I could also do another pair of maps coming up this turn. The draws end up working out correctly. I don't think they can, but maybe. Okay, well, they certainly didn't. Like Villa 2 maps. Imp Journeyman coming up. 2 Journeymen. I could somehow do map Journeyman, that would be great, but I can't. Platinum gold. Get through enough of it with to do maps with 3 imps. Maybe. It should be Villa Platinum also. Gain another imp. At some point the imps are going to stop being so wonderful. Which is maybe right now. see. Certainly not the most stable of decks. Especially once the villas are gone. I almost wonder if you would just want to pile villa right now. Should have thought about that before doing the maps, but I don't know. If he doesn't, I will. If he just piles villa right now, what really happens to me? I don't know. Good news as far as I'm concerned, because it means he's not piling villa. I think I have room for a comeback if I have villas in the pile. Okay, I am piling villa this turn. This should name Devil's Workshop, I guess. I guess we could do the maps and name gold. That'd be kind of weird. There's 2 imps down there, so if I name gold right now, I can get through it all. Okay. Let's do that. Draw it. I'm gonna take the villas, certainly. And I think 2 journeymen. That doesn't get piles too low, does it? No. Not at all. Could donate out the Devil's Workshop. And maybe some gold. Yeah, let's keep this for now. Well, maybe some villas. I don't know. Let's keep. Other problem is that while villas are fairly essential to me, they aren't as essential to him. Hope is to induce duds, which I think I'm going to. Next turn he doesn't have a villa coming, at least in those 3 cards. Research, okay. Colony, I guess we could take another journeyman. Or we could do the donate right now. Let's just take another journeyman. he did end up seeing a villa. So that was good for him, I guess. His deck did end up working quite nicely. Oh, Imp is 2. That would have been nice to remember. Oh well. I may as well assume that he can reach 22 on a given turn. Just name gold. Again, naming gold. I guess we stop naming gold. This will draw everything and see what we can do with it. There's no point in assuming that he can't reach 22. That said, I will want one of these. So that's 7 villas. Take a point lead on 2 provinces. Maybe add another journeyman. Last one. I don't know that it can hurt too bad. We can also donate out whatever ails me. 1 gold, 1 Devil's Workshop doesn't seem great. Yeah, let's take this last journeyman, I think. And another imp. Okay, this is a very good start to a turn. Very good start to a turn. I'm not entirely sure what I want to be naming with Journeyman, though. Like, interest of continuing the turn versus drawing payload. I suppose it depends on what I have in hand at the time. Like, I certainly have more terminals than I have space for. By like 1 or 2, maybe 3. Okay, we need to find villas. That means naming gold. Okay, we don't find villas. That means we have all 4 imps here. No other actions. We don't particularly want to be drawing villas dead. I would like to reach, I don't know what kind of number I would like to reach, probably a single province. 24, 22, hard to say. Like, if I just leave this, should I be winning next turn is the question we're asking. There's a decent hand coming up. He takes 2 colonies. I draw something like 35, 36. Could be colony, 3 provinces. That would come up short, I think. Would it? Yeah. So I need to score something here. He has a turn coming up, that's certain. I don't know if double colony is actually something he can still do. Like what? Courtier 3, platinum 8, a gold 13, 3 silvers, 2 vassals. I think he comes up short. Oh, 3 villas. So I'll do this, name villa, discarded 1. Okay, not too bad, but I didn't really help my turn much. Now, helped it a little. There's no green down there now. Duchy seems fine. Could also be capital. That's sort of like a duchy. Oh, I can gain a vassal. I could gain a research. We're gonna go 2 turns out. I don't know. I'm spending a lot of time. It's certainly a slower match than I would like to probably have. Still being game 3, 1 hour in. Researcher also let me play imps non-terminally if I get into that stage. I don't know if I'd actually be researching payload or say researching the Devil's Workshop. Here we're certainly going to be naming gold, try and draw through. Okay. 25. I can't imagine that there's anything that's safer than 2 colonies. can't get a win, so you score as much as possible. 2 colonies and an estate, if the estate does anything, I guess is what you would think about. Wonder what he's mathing. There's no wins, right? No. Maybe I should have added the research earlier. That would be a thought for some other game. Okay. Continue to name gold. Going into here, I guess we start naming colony. Now we name province. Now we name, how much money is this? $10, $22, $28, $29, up to. We would research the villa. Or research the capital. $29 is nowhere close to enough to win. So we would take, say, 2 provinces, 3 provinces, in which case we're looking at needing 24, which means researching the villa or the platinum. Again, this is where I wish I knew more about his next hand so that I could know if this was all for naught. Well, it looks like it's for something because he's not immediately buying the colony. No, he is playing a journeyman. That would mean that it's probably all for naught. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. Having the imp separate from everything else was, I wouldn't say terribly unfortunate, it was kind of expected actually. It's just not that stable of a deck. So this will be a province buy, I'm sure. Yeah. These name province. And these So once again, name province. And province. 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 Okay, now we find out if drawing everything was good enough, because there was no real way around it. Okay, looks like it was. Okay. So, I guess that result is best thought of as extra payload being good. I don't know. What have we here? We have wall. We have wall with magpie. Stonemason is the only thinning. This looks wonderful. You open dungeon magpie, I think. You could also open like dungeon diplomat. I don't know that magpie is actually going to be terribly valuable. The 3's certainly dungeon, I think. You eventually want to be playing with highways and horse traders. Magpie's got to mostly be good for action density, maybe hitting whatever number you want. You need like horse traders silver also. Look for quick highways to just bash that split. Highways let you thin more easily with stonemason. So let's hold off on buying the dungeon immediately for now and think a bit more than that. I think highway is really, really valuable to get early. Early and often. Whew. Could also be like dungeon silver. That also does a fairly good job of hitting 5, and it would hit 5 better in the future than say horse trader silver. That is with the highway in play. So we're down to like dungeon magpie, magpie silver, silver horse traders. Those are possibilities. Dungeon horse traders doesn't hit 5 very well. But you do want the horse traders eventually, and you also want the dungeon eventually. Dungeon. Whew, having seen that. Let's say silver. Pick up a horse traders right now. I may just be completely wrong about magpies. That would be exciting. get a bit of redemption shot here if I want it. Let's take another dungeon though. Stonemason for 2 highways right now. I'm not that into the city quarter yet. Let's not mess around here. At this point I do want to add city quarter, so I'm probably not playing this dungeon. So this will be stonemason, highway, highway, and let's add a city quarter. I believe I ended up with 7 highways. That's the good news. The question now is, how do I best go about not losing? Dungeon. I'm not playing it again because I need to get this city quarter in there. Both of them. The other thing to watch out for is magpie fast piling. It may actually be time to stop thinning a state already, just because thinning copper is actually points. This might just be a city quarter. Not mess around with anything. On the other hand, we arguably have 2 bad hands coming up. So, I don't know. those are annoyingly low, would be one way of putting it. Does he just win here? I think he just wins here. Maybe. Or he doesn't want to mess with wall. I hate that. Oh, that does much. We're looking at next turn now anyways, from me at least. Can't overpay by 0. That's helpful. He can't score. And I could a duchy, but that's not going to help pile the next turn, especially when I don't buy anything this turn. This turn's just thinning a copper. And maybe getting 2 dungeons out. Hopefully getting 2 dungeons out. Not getting 2 dungeons out would be really depressing, considering that there's only one way for that to happen. I think. A couple ways for it to happen. Okay, so he takes this duchy. I get to decide how to trigger this. There's a second dungeon down there. Getting it in the next hand doesn't seem so terrible. If we just thin out a copper here for a point. So if I draw it, I'm going to want to play it. So that much is clear at least. Let's just thin out a copper. Hope for the best. I mean, how's he going to pile anyways? I'll need to buy a province, gain 6 whatevers. He has 3 actions, so stonemason, something to stonemason, stonemason. It should be possible if he draws. Let's just deal with the consequences of drawing good cards and not other good cards. Well, that's scary. So I think he wins here. He has no problems winning here. Oh, I guess he might have problems winning here. Never mind. No, he'll have a lot of problems winning here. Next turn, maybe not so much. Now he should be able to gain out the stonemasons by a province that should lose. Okay, so he's not winning here. Unless I'm not seeing something. No, you can gain out the stonemasons by trashing other stuff, so that would be like 3. That'll only be 3 points down, so he should be able to win here. If he can draw it, which I don't know if he can. We'll see. I'm sure he'll find it if it's there, or not. Or he may have needed to do something different earlier in the turn. We'll find out. Magpie is going to be to 2 stonemasons. Nope, silvers. Okay, so he's going to try to score. Presumably 2 provinces. Yeah. Then we see what I can do. With 4 actions. If I draw, which, considering that I let him get 10 magpies, is a bit more of an if than might be advisable. But I'd rather have the points be going into highways than into magpies. We'll see. Okay, that's a good start at least. I guess I need to stop playing highways for a moment to find out if I can win, which I think I can. That would be like stonemasoning horse traders to stonemason, drawing one of doing that twice would be -2. Draw one with a highway. Oh gosh. Alright, so I can province. I will be able to province. That's not an issue. So let's do that twice. Draw one with a highway, stonemason a highway to 2 stonemasons. It's going to be -3 points. Thin a copper by province should win. So I have 4 stonemason plays, one of which thins a copper. Yeah. We'll see if I miscalculated. Stonemason, highway, 5, thin a dungeon to not worry about it by province to win. Okay. That was exciting. And his start. Whew. Holy cow. Well, this is certainly something. I give up. I so give up. Yeah. This is something. This is something real. My open on the 4-3 is probably going to be Hermit Bonfire. How about this? Okay. Whew. I'm going to take long enough that I wanted to have a clear head. So Hermit Bonfire can buy, like, you hope to buy gain Hermit, buy Bonfire, and buy a Peasant, I'm guessing. That's 5, but it's sort of ambitious because it's 5, but not too bad. Other possibility would have been Peasant Bonfire, but yeah. Okay, so this will be Peasant. This is a little annoying, but it's going to be how it happens. This could be Bonfire from that end. Also could be Hermit. Okay. Take our Madman. Here we'll buy Tournament. And this would be... Ugh. There's a Madman next turn. Thin out the last estate. Okay. This is working okay. Given the stuff that he has versus the stuff that I have, I would definitely put him ahead just because he has the draw. That said, it's not too terrible. This could be silver also. This would be like silver by province. Gonna be great. We're gonna get prizes with like nothing else. I wonder what my first prize should be. Probably princess. Assuming he's not looking at 8 right now, yeah. Maybe followers. I guess also to consider, it's probably actually going to be steed because I want the extra terminal space to put a peasant in there. Peasant, and then like, or it could be princess. I don't have, do I? No, I do have the terminal space for it to be a princess. Okay. No, this is going to be princess. Play this, certainly. Princess. Hermit can gain anything I desire. So, I want another tournament, and I probably want, like, seer, 2 seers. Or seer stables. I think I want the seers more later, so let's do 1 of each, just for fun. Yeah, I don't know that I'd be that happy with the stables being a seer right now. We're certainly not buying teacher or gaining teacher. Something else that would be nice is wishing wells. Go with seers. Okay. Let's take ourselves a steed. Try really hard to get disciple on this thing. I guess we're not going to. Given that, I think I'm want to leave it next turn. Seeing as I can't get another prize, I don't think. Maybe I can. If I were to gain wishing well right here, there's an outside chance at it. Yeah, I can get another prize. Okay. Now we disciple the wishing well. That's a copper. Not that it matters. Followers. Draw it. Princess. And let's just go with 2 seers. And keep that as disciple. Lovely. This is a beautiful hand. Absolutely beautiful hand. could disciple the princess. That's actually a good idea, because having an extra buy will be nice. Then the buys are going to be like, I don't know, plaza, pawn. That seems fine. Those all get drawn. Plaza, pawn. Keep it. Will I ever find a seer again? That's our question of the day. At the moment. I don't think I should be drawing this ineffectively. But maybe I should be. No, they're like a staples. Yeah, this is a little bit strange, I guess. I need to think about whether the steed or the wishing well should come first. It is a real concern. Let's do steed first. And let's do wishing well. I guess maybe that shouldn't have been a seer. Oh well, whatever. Where is that disciple? I'm gonna put it on stables. I'd rather have put it on seer, but the draws were not letting that happen. There's the disciple. I guess we want to take diadem. It's 5 points. Acts sort of like a silver. Princess. Hermit can gain a seer. Tournament. Don't want the bag. This can be coin buy. We'll top deck a seer. Maybe like 2 seers and bonfire. This is a little ugly for the stables, but fine. We'll be getting bag this turn, so, or not. There's always the detail where I don't get bag this turn. Because he will. Given the opportunity, I'm guessing. That's right, we get to do some discarding to soldiers. Always fun. Does he have a hermit left? Yes. He'll take the bag. Yep. Oh. Oh, that was dumb. Oh well. Whatever. That was incredibly dumb. That's actually painful how dumb that was. Just not paying attention. I may want to take silvers out of this guy. That's a... Oh. What did I top deck? Nothing. It was like watch me desperately figure out how not to lose. Action buy. Coin buy. Play the treasures. I guess we'll take like 2 provinces and 2 plazas. That seems fine and non-destructive. Whew. Might take silvers again off of it. I don't know if that gets me close to being able to pile the provinces, but it might. Oh, what am I going to discard? Copper steed, I suppose. Both of these things seem better than stables and seer both seem better. It's risky. And the second one. And I guess we decide whether we want to disciple the seer or the stables. Not doing anything stupid means discipling the seer. Okay. Indeed, not doing anything stupid was a good plan. Guess we'll discard this. Yeah, that was out of order. Should have been seer first again. wishing well, wish for province. Followers. Don't reveal. Okay. Cool. That was a little bit disgusting. If it was going on early. This will be the last game. So get either 4 if we lose, 5 if we win. That's the most radical thing I've said all day, probably. What is it? It's gonna be build up this thing with Shepherd, Walled Village, Witch. You're gonna want to figure out how to get Witch early because it's a pain in the ass to deal with. You also want to figure out how to get Forge early because that's how you deal with the pain in the ass that Witch is. So, with that in mind, let's not open Border Guard. Let's open Silver and I guess Shepherd. There's the horse traders. Okay. Which, this will be the village. Not that the village does a whole lot other than make me feel good about my deck. Ooh, he can react with a horse traders to where I can buy a forge. That's useful. Yeah. I like buying forges. This probably ends up being a border guard unless I manage to draw myself into another village. Yeah. Not seeing Shepherd hurts a bit. Do this to probably border guard. Find me my Shepherd. Ugh. Having this go to turn is actually sort of painful. Keep the pasture around. Ooh, he gets lots of whatever they're called. Artifacts. That's what they're called. Find me my Shepherd. I guess find me my Witch. Would have been nicer to find a village. Now we'll grab the last of those. And good news here is we get to go thinning out curses, which I do like the sound of. Even if I have quite a few more of them. What do I want? Top deck. Be to estate. last curse. Exciting. At some point we probably want to start playing this with Poorhouse. Find a village. Nope, find a village. It's sort of like a village. It's actually not at all like a village. Ignore what my deck actually looks like. Okay. The curses, I guess, to an estate. And yeah, at this point we're looking at Poorhouse. We'll forge like silver to, I don't know, silver witch to province maybe. Could be silver Poorhouse to horse traders. We'll see what ends up needing to happen once I get to that point. Interesting. Okay. Takes a second forge. I guess we're looking at pasture now. Discard those two. It could also be forge these guys into a village by Poorhouse. I think I like that idea. And then how do we get our horse traders? Or we just forge these two into horse traders by nothing. I need alms. Actually, it's forge these two into horse traders. Go find the horse traders. Buy at least one Poorhouse. And I guess we can buy an estate. We think we're good at finding we think we're good at finding the shepherds, so we can buy estates. Time to prove if I'm good at finding the shepherd. I don't know. I guess I took the village for some reason. Should be shepherd. It's not going to leave something great on top, but okay. I guess this is village. And then we decide if we want a silver, probably so. Looking to forge silver witch to province, say. Then this turn we would buy Shepherd Poorhouse. This is seeming okay. I pay more attention to what he's doing. I got a little bit sidetracked with the early forge and getting really excited about all these great things my deck was doing. Be Village Poorhouse. Border guard wants the village, and we want the horn, I guess. Goes to province. Horse traders there, and we're gonna do shepherd poorhouse. That's a little bit weird. Not seeing not seeing multiple border guards in the first bit. As it's not like unexpected, it's just weird to see. Okay. Discard the pasture. I guess I could have gotten actually an extra coin out of that. That would have been a good idea. I don't know, maybe this is just slow piling province estate. Or quick piling province, as the case may be. With forge. The point lead is something that I do like having. Either way. Forge poorhouse. Yep. Now what? Poorhouse estate. Oh, that's losing. Okay, 2 poorhouses. Got to grab the shepherd. Guess we grab another shepherd. That wasn't the greatest start to a turn ever. I think cutting a province right here is probably better than... Oh, I can't do that all. Okay, we'll just take province estate again. It would have been nice to cut a province, but I didn't actually think about what was going into my hand. Let's hope I keep Lantern. I should probably actually be taking Lantern first when I get the opportunity. I don't know. Man, getting that early forge was so nice. Kind of sucks to do another 5-1. Last season's 5-1 against singletee was completely undeserved. This one feels a bit more like a 5-1. Here I go, counting my wins. I guess I did get to count my wins properly. So, there's 5. Well, next one is RTT in 2 days, so we'll see how that goes. That's going to be 2 division leaders at this early stage in whatever this is, season whatever it is, and well, see how it goes. So see y'all.